okay, but she is definitely a legend in the building. Flowers. Yes. So we're going to chat it up with her in just a few minutes. But y'all know I got to give you what we call Big T with the T, right?
Yep.
All right.
I'm ready.
You got a sound effect for me?
Big T with the T.
Thank you so much, Red. I appreciate you.
We had an extra one over here too. We had look at the
Big Tisha.
All right, so Big T with the T is where I tell you about everything that's going on with our celebrities and all the mess and the drama that's going on. And we're gonna start first with in case you didn't know, a Memphis women's basketball player was just charged with assault in BG. So the Memphis women's basketball player who socked an opponent in the face during the handshake line following the game Thursday night has been charged with assault, according to TMZ Sports. According to BGSU officials, Tigers senior guard Jameer Schutz was hit with the criminal charge on Friday morning, roughly 12 hours after she punched BGSU player Alyssa Brett during an incident following their game in the women's NIT. The two had gotten into a verbal argument after BGSU's 73-60 win, which led to Schutz sucker punching the woman in the face. Brett crumbled to the court in pain and was later seen in tears. According to police documents, cops noticed swelling in her right eye. The school said Friday, though, she is recovering and doing well.
Wow. I actually heard a little inside info on this one.
Oh, you got some tea?
A little tea.
Okay.
I heard that number one, the Memphis team left her in BG.
As they probably should.
They did. They said you got charges. They left her, and I heard that they at least had her go to the hospital to get checked out to make sure she was okay. I just didn't hear why it started. I mean, it sounded like they were talking some shit.
It seemed like it's a lot of going on. I think emotions were just really high, but that doesn't give you an excuse to punch somebody in the face. Just bow gracefully, take the L and go home.
Why would you punch somebody? Like, was you mad at the fact that you lost, or like what was the reason?
She probably has a lot. It probably was high emotions and
probably. Yeah. I don't know. Well, she's in the BGSU jail right now, so there's that.
We need to send her a mental health
sportsmanship.
All right. Well, moving on. We're talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh my God.
Yes, I know who that is.
Do you?
He last show you asked. I didn't know who Bad Bunny. You know who Bad Bunny is?
Of course.
Okay.
You are asking a Grammy Award winner. Do he know who Bad Bunny is?
I'm just making sure.
Yes. Amy didn't know who Bad Bunny was. She called him Bugs Bunny.
It was an accident. Okay, it came out.
At the Grammys, we were sitting next to two guys who produced on his album.
Oh.
And so when they won, we were like, all right, we better keep it cool in case we win. Because now you're sitting next to people who you might have beat. So we're like, we should probably contain ourselves if we win. But,
wow.
So you were next to Bad Bunny's producing people.
Two guys.
Okay. Well,
wow.
I don't send you Bad Bunny. I know who you are now. You're dating one of the Jenners.
We thought he was going to win.
Was there a Jenner there with him?
No.
Well, he probably started dating her like.
Oh, because remember it was on the low until like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. Well, speaking of Tekashi 6ix9ine should probably get the hell out of Dodge or at least get some more security. Sources close to Tekashi tells TMZ he's actually been going out in public for a while without any security for almost a whole year without problem. But of course, he had an incident. We're told he's not about to let one incident change the way he lives. He wants to continue to live his life as normal, and is chalking up the gym beatdown as another situation. What's more is Tekashi has no plans on leaving South Florida, which is where it happened. And despite the attackers saying snitches weren't welcome in the neighborhood, he still showed up. Tekashi was sent to the hospital after he was beat up inside the locker room at LA Fitness, and he suffered injuries to his back, face, jaw, and his ribs. The video has been floating around all on the internet, and from there you see two men beeline to the locker room to execute their attack with a third person. Tekashi's attorney told TMZ he's going to talk with feds about some protection for his client, but Tekashi 6ix9ine says he don't want no security. So he is out here living his best life.
He just said, you know what? I am definitely don't care. I'm going to live and see what happens. Does it give him some like street cred? Is that the situation?
We're not going to get Tekashi.
So I'm wondering. Let me rephrase that. Does he think that gives him street cred?
As far as
like not getting security, I'm assuming I'm going to go out and get my ass beat and like.
I heard of stage though. I heard he staged.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because he wanted the street cred.
Yeah.
Yes, all right, and last piece of news is Lil Wayne and Jay-Z got some beef going on right now.
Two of my favorites.
I know. So Lil Wayne said, "No offense to Jay, but I'm better." Hip hop heads have been debating for weeks about a new all-time greatest rapper list that has Jay-Z at number one. But now Lil Wayne has entered the chat and says he's really the GOAT. Weezy said as much this past week during an appearance on Zane Lowe's Apple Music podcast show, where the topic of Billboard's 50 greatest rappers of all time, which they published last month, came up, and Lil Wayne was clocked in at number 7.
Hmm.
The outlet had Biggie, Eminem, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, and Jay-Z ahead of him. But Wayne begs to differ on all of them, especially among those still living. He says straight up, I'm number 1, and even dares people to ask guys ranked higher than him how they feel about it. In his view, he thinks they would agree, and Wayne said he is better than Jay-Z.
Okay, I need you to rewind that list that's ahead of him. Under Jay-Z, it was who?
Biggie,
Okay.
Eminem, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, and Jay-Z.
I would agree with all but one.
Yes. Which one?
Kendrick. I know, you're gonna fight me. You're gonna fight me.
What?
You're gonna fight me. It's
You
okay.
gonna need security,
No.
not
I'm not gonna
Takashi.
need-
Trying
I
to
don't-
get
you don't-
beat
I didn't
up.
say I didn't like him. I just said
You don't
I
think
think
he belongs on the list, or
I don't think
that
he doesn't belong. I think
belong in the
I
top
would
7?
I would put Lil Wayne higher than him.
You put Lil Wayne.
I would. I would. But
Would you
Yeah,
put
well, of
Kendrick?
course, but don't.
I didn't say he didn't belong on the list.
Oh.
I said I disagree with that order.
You know
Like
what? But then you look at tenure, right? Lil Wayne's been around since 1998, 97. So you're
Yeah.
almost like, before you can put Kendrick in that
Mhm.
ahead of Wayne, maybe 5-10 more years.
Yes.
But I still think he's up
Yeah.
there.
He's gonna have to put
He's
out.
up
I
there.
think he's
He's
gonna have to
definitely
keep
up there.
putting
He
stuff out.
he
for
deserved to
years.
win album of the year this year. in my
Yes.
opinion.
Kendrick
Absolutely.
is definitely
Yeah.
within the top 10.
So do you think that you agree with Lil Wayne, or do you agree with the list as it is? Do you think it should be him and Jay-Z swap?
I agree with Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne been saying that he was the best rapper of all time. He's been saying that.
Just because he says it doesn't mean it's true.
Because
I mean,
all of that is subjective, so
Yeah.
we don't even know.
So you would put him at number 1. Oh, you would put him at number 1.
Over Jay-Z?
Yeah, you would swap. You'd have him swap.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I will probably put Jay-Z at number 1.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree with
sorry.
that.
Yeah.
Anyone who can just come up with the song off the top and just execute, to me,
Yeah.
deserves to definitely be in the top 5.
Yeah.
So if we're saying number 1 is like personal favorite,
Mhm.
I mean, I love Jay-Z, but I don't know. He's definitely in my top 5 for
Mhm.
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would agree. He's in my top 5. My thing, I did hear that Lil Wayne does come up a lot and doesn't remember often what he's rapping about.
He
though.
freestyles.
'Cause he
Yeah,
freestyles
he
a lot.
freestyles
And I do like
all
that.
of his raps.
Yeah.
So from a music perspective, though, when you freestyle, it's more the first thing that comes to mind,
Comes
the
to
first
mind.
feeling, right? And
Exactly.
a lot of times, that's the best time to capture something.
Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
producers, we do the same thing. It's we throw paint, and the first thing we come up with is like sometimes the best
hmm
Yeah.
thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
there's no overthinking, no room for overthinking.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, my top 3 honestly would be Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Tupac. That's
I
my
can
top
see
3.
it.
Yeah.
I can see it. I definitely wouldn't agree with Eminem being higher
No.
than Lil Wayne. I don't even understand how that even happened. No shade,
Well,
but I just
I think
see that.
Eminem he is a
He's
lyrical
a,
genius.
yeah, he's an elite artist, of course.
Mhm.
You know, he's up there.
Yeah.
Who, Eminem?
Yes.
I just think he's lyrical
definitely
genius.
up there.
But see, I don't feel like people took Eminem seriously until he stopped all the goofy shit, like all the goofy rap and everything. Like once he really
Facts.
became a lyricist and got focused, I was like, okay, now I can take
I
you
don't
seriously.
know. I
But
don't
all
know.
It was gimmicky. At
Yes,
first.
It was
very
gimmicky, but it
yeah.
made him I mean, if it wasn't gimmicky, I don't think he would have. broken.
But having a good gimmick doesn't mean you deserve to be on the top.
But-
10
I agree with that.
greatest rapper list.
Yeah.
I know a lot of new
Yeah.
rappers that have great gimmicks.
No,
that doesn't
No,
make
but I
them
think
on
the
That's good
gimmicky stuff is
business.
what busted him through, and I think his other stuff that happened after that
Yeah.
is why he's up there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I just remember when he came out. I mean, it was something you'd never heard before. I mean, I think he came. What was it? 97, 98?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
senior, sophomore, junior in high school.
Yeah.
Look at you telling your age.
I'm 41, right? But like, I remember when he came out,
Yeah, I
everybody
a
was like,
freshman.
everybody was like,
He said, oh,
"You're a freshman." See, so like,
Yeah.
you're a little, and I remember going like, "What is this?" It's the same thing when Nelly came out because it was a whole nother sound. It was
Yeah.
that, and everyone was like, "What is this?"
Oh yeah, Nelly Country Grammar.
yeah.
Absolutely.
That was a
yeah.
great album.
Yeah.
It was a
I
great
just
album.
felt like with Eminem, it was just all the goofy stuff and the stuff with Christina Aguilera and all that. Like I felt like his gimmick was kind of like, let me rap about the stuff that society really hated. You know what I'm saying? So he
Mhm.
rapped about it, but I was just like,
Were
that
you
doesn't
offended
make
because it was Christina?
what? No, I love Christina. I love me a genie in the bottle, but
He got better when he got sober.
Yes.
I'll say that. I
Very
think
true.
Eminem's.
Yeah.
I love sober Eminem.
He's evolved though. Yeah, I think
Yes.
he's evolved. Over
Yeah.
time.
They all have.
All I
He's
gotta say
definitely one of the greats.
Superman is a great song. Is all I
Wait,
gotta say.
so like Snoop wasn't on that list, or
He was
not in the top? Yeah,
probably in the top 10.
Snoop is a
business.
he's a
around.
businessman.
He's a
Like he just
businessman.
what he just do bought Death Row Records.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So
He's
He finds a
rebranded.
way to be relevant still to
Yes.
this day.
Yeah,
and made
so
and
that's
made
genius.
children rap, children positivity mindfulness rap.
Yeah.
And baking cookies with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
I love that.
Is that what he's doing?
Yes, I love.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
If that didn't come up in Big T with the T, it didn't happen. So
That's
I don't
true.
know.
We don't
And I
know.
know those are weed cookies too.
Yes.
What? Thank you, Red.
Thank you, Red. We appreciate that. All right. Well, that was Big T with the T. And if I got some tea here, I'm going to spill it first on Mud Talk. So, all right. Well, we got to go ahead and pay some bills real quick. And when we come back, we're going to tap in with Mr. Jamil Austin and get all of the good news and all of the tea from him, because hopefully you got some Grammy tea to give us.
Grammy T.
You got some Grammy tea?
Sir.
Bring it.
All right. So we're going to go
Let's
ahead and
bring
pay
it.
some
All right.
bills, y'all. And we'll be right back here on Mud Talk.
Mud talk.
Thank you, Red.